What's up, you guys? What is up, you guys? It's your girl Margina Jose. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I talk about how to become a teacher. I talk about my teacher budget, pretty much how much I make, what I can afford. And I also let you in on some lifestyle vlogs. If this interests you, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this with somebody who's interested as well. All right, y'all. So you know I do not like to waste your time. I don't. I like to get straight into my videos because I know your time is precious. But I wanted to talk about mental health in the workspace, especially mental health in teaching, because that is the field that I'm currently in. So what I want to touch upon is the importance of getting your mental health together in your workplace, making sure you are getting your mental health needs taken care of while working the 9 to 5. It's really a lot going on. I say this all the time, but outside is so crazy, you guys. So many things are going on in our economy between, wars starting in different countries all over again. And all of these things with going on in our household and just going on in our neighborhood. Being in a workplace can be extremely, extremely stressful. It can be overwhelming. It can really throw you off your game. And if you're not taking care of your mental health, you will start to feel the impact of your work environment onto you. A lot of times it's just really hard to have that work and balance lifestyle. It's really hard to have a life and have work and actually making it make sense. So I really struggled through this for a while. It was to the point that I used to bring my work home, and then I used to literally have like breakouts. I used to overeat, and I used to have a lot of outbursts. I used to cry a lot. I used to just have a lot of buildup. And I wanted to talk about some ways that you can be dealing with your mental health in a better way if you're not when you're dealing in the workspace. So one of the things that I like to do, and one thing I always tell people who are in any type of job, I always tell them that their mental health is a priority. So making your mental health a priority, that means just like how we exercise our body, we need to exercise our minds. When you want to lose weight, where do you go? You go to the gym, right? You cut out, certain foods out of your diet, right? You reset. That's the same way you need to think about when it comes to your mental health. So if you have health insurance, but you have therapy included in your health insurance, what you need to make sure that you're doing is applying for a therapist with your health insurance. I found that this to be very helpful. One of the biggest resources that I had. And I say this all the time. When you want to work out, you go to the gym. If you need to figure out what's going on with your mental health, go to a therapist. I know a lot of us love to go to our families and friends, and yes, they are helpful, but when it comes to having that personal time for yourself, having designated time for yourself, you want to go to a therapist because they are designed, they are created, they are doctors when it comes to the mind. So what I have found helpful in the process of improving my mental health at work is I take mental health days off. To all my people who are workaholics, who don't like to take time off, who don't like to have a lot of alone time, you may struggle with this. When I started having a lot of breakdowns and I started having a lot of outbursts and anger and all these things that were going on with me, I realized I was no good at work. It did not make sense to go to work today if I just couldn't get over a lot of things that I was feeling. So the one thing that I started to do was paying attention to the signs. If I had a really bad day at work, I decided, you know what, I'm going to take a mental health day for the next day. So when I come back the following day, I'm rejuvenated, I'm reset. So I take a mental health day, and I do that only when I have a really stressful day. And honestly, I take only one day off. So it might be one day out the month, and I make sure that's my mental health day. Now, I know a lot of people don't want to do this because, one, the pay, you don't want to miss any days of work because you're afraid that, you're not good. You got bills bills to pay, you got things to take care of. I completely understand that. So if you can't take the full day off voluntarily, go listen, you better book a doctor's appointment. Like, I'm just gonna keep it 1,000. Book a doctor's appointment and cancel, or book a doctor's appointment and go to your doctor early in the morning, so then you have the rest of the day to yourself, because you need that day for yourself, man. Like, you know at the end of the day what you can take. And even though as humans we could take a lot, we always, we put the world on our shoulders. We say, I could do this, I could do that. Yes, we can do a lot, but if you don't have to, why do it, right? Why put that extra stress on yourself when you could go ahead and take some time out to go figure out what you need to handle. Really figure out what's triggering you at work. Is it the environment? Is it the people? Is it financial? Out of those three things, you need to figure out how you can improve that or how you can change that. So if it is the environment, meaning that you're unhappy in the place that you're working, it may not be the right city for you, it may not be the right business or company you want to work for, you have to really start being strategic and planning your next step to leave that job to go somewhere else, or stepping away from that job or working to give yourself some time, right? So you really need to start looking at that. When it comes down to the people at your job, I like to believe like this: don't force anyone to be friends with you at work. I have this experience at my job now where a lot of people do not talk to me, but I used to take that really personal. I used to think, wow, am I not a likable person? Why do people not talk to me? And then I just realized it's nothing personal. At the end of the day, some people's souls and energy connects and others don't. And it's nothing personal. It's nothing personal against you or them. It's just, hey, you mesh with those who mesh with you, because the people at work, they're there to do the same job that you're getting paid to do. And you could be thinking about them and thinking, oh, they don't like you, when in all actuality, they're not thinking much about you. They're thinking about their situations at work, right? So go to work for simply to work, to handle your business, to get your check, to take care of business, to, whatever you love to do, if it's your passion, whatever, just to work. Like, handle your business. Don't worry about what everyone else got going on. That's not your business. Your business is you. The next thing I want to talk about is financial. Now, this is a really big one for a lot of people, is that a lot of people feel like they're not making enough money at work. Well, if this is the case, then we have to start thinking of some financial ways we can improve that, because money is an important factor out of all of this. That's why most of us are at our jobs, because we need the money. So if that means you have to, pick up some extra hours, of course, you probably already do that. Really, honestly, start thinking of some type of money management plan, some way that you can start budgeting and taking care of those financial needs, because it may not be that you're not making enough, but it's what are you saving? What are you doing with your money? These are some of the questions that you might be having, because at one point I used to always say, oh, I'm not making enough money as a teacher, and that's a lie. I make a good amount of money. I have a lot of money left over. What I was doing was spending a lot of my money that I was earning. So I started to, splurge and do all sorts of things, which made me not have enough money in my bank account. I hope this was really helpful in regards to your mental health. How can you improve your mental health in your workspace? Because it's not easy having a 9-to-5. Not for anyone. And one thing I've learned is that every job comes with pros and cons. Every job has some level of stress. So even if you leave a job and you think this other job is going to be sweeter, just know that this job may have some issues too. But yeah, I just felt like this was really important, because I struggle with my mental health, especially in the workplace. I'm constantly, having really, really good days, really, really bad days. And I figured, I might as well talk about this, because this is real. A lot of people are going through this right now. So if you like videos like this, always make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.